Hello and welcome to Lord Fenton Gaming Plays Borderlands Game Year Enhanced Edition. I'm your host Lord Fenton. In today's Borderlands Game Year Enhanced Edition video, we're going inside Mad Moxxi's Underdome Riot. As always, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more Borderlands content like this. Now, I am going to go over the matches and waves for the DLC. I will not do the big Coliseum ones. In fact, I'm only going to show one of the rounds. So this way, this video will be much shorter. Otherwise, this will be over a 2-hour video. Just trust me. I'm sure everybody what this DLC is all about, what you could get from it, and what happens when you complete the smaller Coliseums, all 3 of them. So let's go over here and select the Underdome zone, and we're going to go into it right now.
My first husband was a dirtbag and a cheat. My second husband was fun. I figured by then that I deserved a toy. All for myself, and that's what I got. Still wish I hadn't broken my toy. My third husband was good with numbers. And his hands. We're still friends. Kinda. We're civil. I'm looking for my fourth. You know, on the prowl. I don't know when I'll meet him, or where I'll meet him. But he's out there. For now, I'll get my jollies off on bringing pain this way. Or maybe this way. And in the end, the crowd will love me for my brutality. I'll make them yearn for more and more of my pain. I'll be cruel and enjoy myself. When the thrill wears off, I'll leave and find a new toy. Until then, not too different than matrimony, come to think of it. Maybe the Coliseum is my fourth husband, in a way.
We have arrived at the Underdome. That's the good news. Now, what I am going to do right now is I'm going to show off the bank vault. Yes, you could drop your excess items at the bank vault. Look at the Claptrap with the nice get up. So for now, you do start out with 12 banks. However, you get to purchase more of them, which is very good, very good. So I'm going to go over here and check everything out. Yeah, I'm going to dump this gearbox weapon. That was a memento. And if there's any unwanted weapons, then you dump them, or any unwanted items, you could dump them. You could come back here anytime what you want. This is what's nice about this DLC. The bank is right near the entrance, which is great. In fact, they did bring banks into Borderlands 2. I felt like banks in Borderlands 2 didn't have much until you spent Iridium, but oh well. So let's go into shops. Now the shops are at the end of the first Borderlands game, and right here is your upgrade for your bank. I accidentally purchased the level 8 bank at the time of recording. Big ol' oops, but if you get level 8 bank, then you get 33 slots, which is very good. So you use the shops to upgrade your bank slots, which is good. So this is the same as before, weapons and upgrades you gotten from the last parts of the game, the base of it. And there's your we call it Dr. Zed. I almost said Dr. Ned, but still. You get to buy things that you need from there. Again, it's up to level 34. That's the bad news. Now, before we do anything else, I'm going to explore a little bit and look for the bounty board. Yeah, we're going to grab the 3 Coliseum missions for this DLC. Yeah, this is it right here. This is the only mission. However, you need to do 3 of each of them. So what I am going to do right now is go inside number 1, which is Hell-Burbia. Yeah, we're going to go inside there. Yeah, we're going to go in there and have some fun. I'll explain how each of this thing go. So wish me luck.
Today's match will be in Hell-Burbia. Who takes care of you? Who gives you what you want?
Now, this is very important. After Moxxi's introductions, you see me on the left over there. That's where you get your loot for after you finish off a round completely. Now, rounds have total 5 waves. You gotta kill monsters and humans and wherever they are and more. Now, here's the bad news. They're level up to your level. So, my advice to everybody on this, while I'm going through the first round, is if you want to really cheese through this, unless you're on the PC, plug in a second Xbox One controller or a PlayStation 4 controller, or if you're playing the older games, PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 works great with this method I'm about to tell everybody. Make sure the low level character is the host. Yeah, you all will get the same quests done. Just trust me on that. And if that person is the host, you will not be facing level 41, 42 bandits. No! Instead, you'll be facing bandits are at much lower level. Otherwise, you got to survive. Now, when you complete a wave, weapons and healing items will drop. It's a limited amount of time before they go bye-bye. You could get some, you could miss out completely. It's up to everybody. Here's another tip I'm going to give everybody while the second round's going on. This is very important. Make sure you have backup weapons. For instance, if you love SMGs, run out of ammo during the waves. Switch to a shotgun, switch to a sniper rifle, switch to something that you can fall back on. Yeah, just trust me. Anarchy SMGs, for example, are powerful, however they use up ammunition like crazy. That's the change off, but still. Just keep on doing it. Now, this is the second round, the gun wave. The first round was just a warm-up. Now, the gun wave is just enemies that will shoot at you, which can be either fun or dangerous. So what I'm going to do is finish this wave here, and I'll be back for the next round.
Another head goes boom!
Alright, the gun wave is over with and finished. Now, this is round 1. Everything will get very easy. Again, when you do the rounds, enemies will start off weak. Since, for example, round 1, when you get to round 5 later on, enemies are much stronger. It's another tip for me, so you just gotta be prepared. Now, the next wave is called the Horde Wave. You can be facing a bunch of maniacs, from midgets, normal ones, even the burning ones. Again, burning ones are immune to fire, so I advise using a different weapon. Shotguns work wonders against them. Also, certain SMG weapons, just as Anarchy right here. See, they're all burning very hard and more. So just keep on facing these maniacs here, and you'll survive this easy wave if you know what you're doing. If you get cornered, you're kind of screwed, so be careful. I'm gonna let this resume.
Tough out there, ain't it, Sledge?
Now that wave is done and over with. Now Moxxi will either insult you or compliment you or give you a meh type of speech. I'm not sure of those, but still make sure you collect your weapons. Now this is Hell-Burbia. This is one of the easiest ones, I believe. There's a bunch of tight corners. That's the bad news. However, you're not really in the open. Now this next round, I should say wave actually. Yeah, next wave will be the badass wave. Yeah, you're going to be facing elites. That is correct. Elites that are level up to your level. That's the bad news. Plus a mix of normal enemies. So here's the thing about this wave is also dangerous later on. Whatever penalties or buffs you get during the latter rounds, it will stick for the 5th one. So I'm going to let this go on. Alright, the badass wave is now officially done and over with. That's the great news. Now, the next part is actually the boss wave. Now, bosses are from the base game, including any of the mini bosses you face, such as King Wee Wee and more. Yeah, you will be facing those type of bosses. You will not face any other DLC bosses, including the zombie island of Dr. Ned. So this is it right here, the boss wave. So we're going to start with that. I'm going to let that go on and explain the loot drops afterwards. I forgot to add one more thing. The bosses are at the host's levels. If you're level 41, so is the boss. Good luck! Upon defeating the boss wave, go straight towards the circle-like thing right there. Yeah, collect your loot. Now, loot will range from either white and green, which is vendor trash, unless you find something really nice, to blue, which is alright, and sometimes, which is very rare, is purples and legendaries, which is orange items. You got a limited amount of time to collect them, or else you're going to lose out, so collect them ASAP. More players, more loot. Now, this is the result screen for each round. Now, the first round will have no debuffs, which is good, so I finished that up. So now I'm going to get ready to start the second round. I'm only going to show everybody the first wave, then skip ahead to the fifth round, the last two ones. Now, you're going to start to get challenges, which includes using certain weapons, foes get stronger, or you get penalized, so you got to be careful. Now, when round 2 begins, your enemies will start to get more powerful. Right now they're still a little bit penalized of foes, however, they'll even up later on, which is very deadly. Yes, that's why I said using a low level character is very advisable if you want to get the larger rounds. Or if you're really stuck on the smaller rounds, bring a low level character. Unless you're on the PC, then, well, get you and a friend together and make a deal. Get both of you done with the smaller coliseums or even the larger ones. So I'm going to clear everything out, and then afterwards I'll skip ahead towards the final rounds, the last 2 waves at least.
Congratulations for when we finish the round, shall we?
Now, I just finished the Horde Wave in round 5, and that was wave 3. I have 2 more waves to demonstrate to everybody. This is very dire. I'm showing everybody in Hell-Burbia, which is very important. Now, you start to get penalization, which is real bad. Like round 5 would be 2 penalties instead of 1. One will stay, like for example, is the pistol challenge. You can use a pistol if you want to, but if you have much more skills in, say, SMGs, then use it. And again, the badasses are much more powerful. Yeah, they're really much more powerful at this point since they got a little bit buffed up, like a few extra percentages. Later on, those percentages are very deadly if you do the large Coliseum ones. For instance, the 20 round 1, which is really deadly, so be careful. Henceforth, the low level strategy. And start using your character skills that could regen your health, or if you're low on your shields, go hide until they're back up. So I'm going to let this round resume, and I'll be back for the boss wave. So that round is now done and over with. Whatever buffs and debuffs is on your screen will be kept for the boss wave. So if you have something, say vampire and then say pistols, yeah, guess what? You're gonna have a hard time against the boss wave. So this is the final boss wave right here. Defeating the boss will actually get you much better loot at this point. So I'm gonna let that go on. I'll be back after the boss is down.
Let's see if you can tell which is which. This one is Taylor Cobb.
when you defeat the last and final boss of the boss wave, which is round 5 of 5, that is it for Hell-Burbia, the smaller Coliseum. Collect any of all weapons at this point. It's very random, like I said before, from white to legendary, which is orange. Make sure you collect them all, because you're not going to come back here unless you want to do it again from round 1 to 5, the smaller Coliseums. Now the bigger one you will not open until you do all 3. This is the final tally right here. So this round I have 60 kills, total 228 kills. And if you do beat Hell-Burbia, you will get a certificate of badassery. You can post on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or anywhere else on the internet. So now I'm going to transport back. Now from here on out, I am going to do the round 5 of 5 on the Angelic Ruins and the Gully. I'll be back for the Angelic Ruins, so wish me luck. The next one is the Angelic Ruins. It's very open fielded, very few hiding spots. However, this map right here is a nice safe point to hide just in case you're in trouble. Recharge your shield up. Unless enemies are way too close, then you will have to fight them. This is a great spot for sniping because 9 out of 10 times if the foes are too far and you're in sniping range, you can get some nice kills, or if you're Mordecai, that's even better. So this is the safe spot I am going to be using for the 2 waves. Now next up, again, will be same as round 5 and the other arena I just did. As for instance, right now I don't have no shields, which is bad. My health slowly regens, and I have SMG as a positive. This will be tougher though in the Angelic Ruins because, yeah, you're going to be facing aliens and lancers, more common in the latter waves and rounds. Like I said before, if you have any healing properties on your character, start using them up. If not, just wait until everything's alright. And I'm going to do is let this resume, then get to the boss wave. I'll show everybody off on that one.
I think you tickled it!
that is it for wave 4. So the next wave will be the boss wave. The buffs and debuffs will be the same. Like I said before, they're very random, could be very good to very bad. Now in the huge arenas, that will increase to 3 buffs slash debuffs to 4 buffs slash debuffs, which can be really bad situation. So now again, I'm doing the boss wave, and each of the bosses from the main game is random. This time I'm facing Sledge. And the spot I am at is a great sniper spot. So I'm going to show everybody how I've beaten this. I'll be back afterwards to explain the rewards again. When you defeat the boss wave, that is it for the Angelic ruins. That means it's been beaten once you get out of here. And round 5 gives you some nice goodies. That's not bad at all. That's a pretty good repeater if you're into pistols. So you got about a limited amount of time to collect before you get to the main screen and the official certificate for you being the Angelic ruins. Yeah, you'll get that right there. So I'm going to let everything roll and go on to this point. Then I'm going to do is show off the Gully round 5, which it has the last 2 waves. I'm going to show everybody that, and I'll be back afterwards. Now the Gully, here's what's nice about the Gully. There's a very high area you can snipe off of foes. However, sometimes they'll appear. If too many of them appears, there's a nice portal on the right if you're on top. Now if you're on the bottom, there's a portal there to get to here, which is really nice. Again, this area has a lot of skags, sometimes Crimson Lance, and a bunch of bandits, which is really nice. It's the second easiest one. Now, people debate between the Gully and Hell-Burbia being the easiest ones, but I believe Hell-Burbia is the easiest, the Gully is the second easiest, and the Angelic Ruins is the most brutal of the 3. So, again, like I tell everybody, bring your best weapon. Make sure you use your second or third best type of weapons. I've been using the shotgun, for instance, to clear out waves 1 through 3. And 4 or 5, I use the SMG. It's up to everybody on which playstyle you want to do. There's one bad news about the Gully. Since you're in a very high or low place, weapon refill, such as ammunition or health and shields, are much more sparse, which is the bad part. I'll be back afterwards. So, if you've been watching my video, I am on the 5th and final wave coming up soon. Now, if you beat the 5th and final wave in the Gully, if you're on the steps I am at, then you're only 1 step away from finishing this DLC. Seriously, 1 step away. So now I'm going to go over here, get to the higher ground so I can spot my foes. I'm going to switch to my SMG since I'm going to finish them all off with elemental ones. Yeah. This is an elemental buff, and enemies are much more stronger now. So what I'm going to do is check out the foes. Alright, it is Bonehead. So what I'm going to do is set up my attack run by switching the sniper rifle to SMG. I'll be back afterwards. Upon defeating the boss wave, you will have a few seconds to grab your rewards. So grab any and all rewards on the ground. Some good, some bad. Grab them anyways to sell them, in case you don't want them. And that is it for the Gully right here. Now, if you hadn't done the other two, I would suggest doing the other two. Otherwise, where I'm at in this video, I'm going to turn this in. I'm going to show everybody the rewards for the DLC. Now, I'll show everybody also access to the big tournaments, and plus this certificate you could take a picture of, again, to post on social media such as Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or anywhere else. So there you have it. I'm going to go back into the Underdome. Now, once you're done with all three of the smaller tournaments, 5 rounds are officially finished and done over with, go to your message board right over here. Yeah, I just passed it by accident. I'm just looking around before I do anything else. Still, you want to go to the message board or the bounty board and turn this in ASAP. Yeah, that's right. We're going to turn this in. Now, unfortunately, the DLC doesn't mark that at all, and you need to actually get over there. Yeah. Something from the old days they still hadn't done. But we're going to go over here, turn this in. Yeah, I'm a little bit lost, but still, I'm looking for the, there you go. Right there's your message board, and you just need to turn this in. Now, when you turn this in, you'll get yourself a free skill point. Yes, 1 free skill point, Steam achievement, trophy, or Xbox One achievement for a smaller tournament. Also, great news is you have the ability to unlock the larger tournaments, which is 20 rounds, 5 waves, and they are much more brutal. My final advice is make sure you have your top 3 type of weapons you're going to use, and if you're in trouble doing these tournaments, the smaller ones, or especially the larger ones right here, get a low-level friend, and you and him make a deal on how you get each of your trophy / achievements / Steam achievements, or you just want the big tournaments done. Unfortunately, the big tournaments have no rewards. Your reward was in the smaller tournaments, and that's basically it for the DLC. So if you want to do the smaller tournaments, go ahead and do them. Then you can leave this DLC forever unless you come back to drop off some items. That is it for my Borderlands Game of the Year Enhanced Edition video. In our next video, we're going to the Secret Armory of General Knox. This is Lord Fenton signing off. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, everyone.